Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG 2024 Info Guide series. So we already did Karnataka and we also did All India Counseling. Today we'll be starting with Maharashtra and we'll also be having the Tamil Nadu session an hour later. We'll start a little delayed at around 8:30 because this might extend. So we will be looking at the complete process of Maharashtra. This is a YouTube webinar. The round-wise rules and the choice filling, allotment, upgradation rules will be available for all the subscribers exclusively in the portal. This will have other details of eligibility, application process, certificates required, and the documents required, and all the processes. The basic process will also be available as part of this session. So Maharashtra has always there have been a lot of changes over the last few years in terms of Maharashtra's rules. They try to align with All India Counseling, which is something which is good because there is shift that happens because of that. We will be looking, there's only one counseling in Maharashtra for government and private institute seats. Note that the deemed universities of Maharashtra do not come under the Maharashtra state counseling. The deemed universities of Maharashtra are available under All India Counseling. Only the private institutes of Maharashtra, all seats, and 50% of the government institute seats come under Maharashtra. So we'll see that over here. So you see that 50% in government aided, municipal corporation, BMC and other municipal corporation institutes in Maharashtra, they come under the state government quota. Then you have unaided private and private minority institutions. They contribute 50% to the state government quota. The difference here being not in terms of eligibility but in terms of the fee structure. Maharashtra is a closed state, which means candidates who have do not fall under the eligibility criteria that we're going to discuss. There are no seats on an all India basis other than for those candidates. So all government and private seats are available only for those candidates who come under the eligibility criteria. Like certain states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Haryana, etc., there are no open seats. Everybody can come in and participate. You have to fall within that criteria. The other 50% of private and unaided minority colleges, whatever goes into government quota is at a lower fee structure. The other 50% comes under institutional quota. It is at a slightly higher fee structure. Within that, you have minority institutions, IIMSR Jalna, which offers PG seats. That has a higher fee structure, and only Muslim minority candidates, including those across India, are eligible for these set of seats. So this NEET PG, on that part on whether other state candidates are eligible, we are just trying to figure that out. We'll just get back to you on that as well. Now, NEET PG percentile qualification, all the candidates who fall under general category, the eligibility is 50%, general or EWS 50%, URPWD 45%. There is always a confusion. If you belong to OBC NCL, in All India, there is no confusion. If you don't belong to OBC non-creamy layer because your caste is not part of the central list, or you're not in the non-creamy layer, you did not apply, you applied as Gen in All India, doesn't matter. You can apply under the right category, whatever category you belong to in Maharashtra, and if you are above 40%, you are eligible. This part of what you applied under the NEET PG exam, or whether you fall under OBC NCL or not, under the All India Counseling, under the central norms, that doesn't matter for Maharashtra. Your state classification is what matters. Who is not eligible? So this ineligibility is for those candidates who are admitted in PG states and resigned and left for the last 2 years. They have a debarment clause and they are not eligible in Maharashtra. Candidates who are registered for diploma and pursuing the course, PG diploma, they are not eligible. Candidates pursuing a PG course, you are doing a PG course or already completed a PG course or obtained a PG degree. These set of candidates are not eligible for Maharashtra state counseling. You might be able to take it under All India Counseling and join a Maharashtra seat through All India quota, but not under the state counseling. The only exception is this part where they are eligible for a PG specialty in case you have already you're already pursuing a course or you have completed a degree course. They're still eligible for another PG specialty in private institutes, not in the government or corporation, government aided or corporation institutes. Now, eligibility for government quota seats. So any one of these two categories, category 1 or category 2, if you fall under any one of these, you will be eligible. What is category 1? Anybody who is passed MBBS from any institute in Maharashtra. So you just you might be from a different state. You might be from Karnataka, but you have done your MBBS from Maharashtra, not your 10th or 12th. The qualifying examination here is MBBS. Therefore, anybody who has passed MBBS from Maharashtra is eligible for Maharashtra Maharashtra state counseling for the Maharashtra state seats. Now, This can be from deemed university too. There are a lot of queries on I have completed from DOI Patil. Am I eligible? Yes, including deemed universities of Maharashtra. Category 2, candidates who are Maharashtra domicile. You are a Maharashtra domicile. You did not do your MBBS in Maharashtra. You did your MBBS through 15% All India quota. So this is specifically mentioned. 15% All India quota, not the deemed university seats. 15% All India quota, aims, central government institutes. Basically, on merit basis, you took up a seat which is because it is a better seat outside Maharashtra through All India counselling. Ideally, currently it might be All India counselling. In earlier dates, possibly based on the AAPMT test. If you have done that and you are a domicile of Maharashtra, you are eligible. So who becomes ineligible here? Somebody who has done in a private institute in Karnataka, domicile of Maharashtra, but did a private MBBS from a private institute in Karnataka through COMEDK or any deemed university in Karnataka through All India counselling, they are not eligible. 15%, if you have done 15 under MBBS under 15% AAQ, then you are, or aims or central universities, then you are eligible. So PIO, OCI, foreign national candidates are not eligible for counselling, but this is a problem. This has been changed last year because of the recent OCI judgment that might be implemented. FMGs are not eligible for Maharashtra state counselling admission process. Foreign medical graduates who are domiciled of Maharashtra are not eligible because of this clause. If you are a domicile, only if you did MBBS from these institutes you are eligible. MBBS bond completion related. See, you need a bond release certificate in case you have signed a bond when you are doing your MBBS. 2017 and prior, there is a High Court case, and those who actually are prior to 2017 batch. So prior to 2017 batch, bond release certificate is not required because of the High Court order. 2018 batch has signed a 1-year bond. They might have come out now. They have signed a 1-year bond. This part, we will have to wait for the prospectus. We are waiting for the prospectus. So they have signed a 1-year bond and a penalty. There is no first 2 batches admission. That rule is not there for them. So we are trying to figure out how this might be applicable. 2017 batch still is in the second admitted year. We will wait for the internship completion date. They should be eligible, but we will wait for the internship completion date to check whether it is a 3rd year, depending upon when you passed out actually. You completed your internship actually. The seats, what are the seats available in Maharashtra state quota? 50% of seats in government or government aided institutions or corporate institutions. Say GS, Topiwala. All those contribute 50% of seats to state quota, we know that. 20% of this is for in-service candidates, rest is for all other candidates who are eligible. And from the unaided private institutions, excluding minority, private institutions like ACPM, etc. 50% of seats come under the government quota. So whatever you see under government quota in ZyNerd as a filter, you will have 50% of private institutes and 50% of the government institute seats. The rest 50% of these private institutes, non-minority institutes, come under what is called institutional quota. This is what you will see as management in the portal. So this is institutional quota. MNG is the term used by Maharashtra for this quota of seats. You will be able to see MNG quota or category under the category under Maharashtra. This of which 15% can be NRI. So remaining 50% there can be 35% here and 15% under NRI. NRI alone has a common eligibility. Anybody across India can be eligible. Unaided private minority institutions, there is only one. 50% of seats unfilled. So 50% of seats come under the minority quota for Muslim minority candidates, and the rest 50% again come under institutional quota. So this is something which is specific to this minority institutions. They don't contribute otherwise to the government quota. Now this 50% of seats comes under MNG, and this 50% comes under the minority category. If they are not filled, they will move on to MNG seats. Now you can see that among the minority institutions too, there is a 15% NRI quota. In-service candidates are eligible for this 20%, 3 years of service and incentives applicable. They all have 3 years of service requirement and incentives are applicable for the in-service candidates, and after that they will be allotted on this. Can appear for open seats, but they will not be, incentives will not be applicable. For example, an in-service candidate is having a rank of 1,000, 15,000. Incentives will be applicable as we mentioned. Incentives will be applicable. They will move on to higher ranks above the non-service candidates, but this complete rank is taken up only for the in-service 20% seats. When they compete in the open seats, which is the other 30%, other than the 20% seats, the rest of the 80% seats, that will be, they'll be they'll be allotted as per this particular rank. So which means they will not be moving beyond the non-service candidates for the open seats, which means only in-service seats they will have the incentives applicable. And each state follows a different formula for this. So that is why the specific reference point, we have got a lot of queries on whether they will move up, etc. So that impact will not be there in Maharashtra. NRI quota, 15% of seats in private medical colleges are under NRI. Who is an NRI? The NRI definition of Maharashtra is almost the same as what all India follows. A real brother or sister, father or mother, or real brother or sister of father or mother, and grandparents and first degree cousins. Real uncle and first degree paternal cousins. So these are the different categories. If you have gone through our NRI video for all India, it is absolutely the same. And what is required, the proofs required, there is a minor difference in between all India and Maharashtra. So if you have prepared already for all India, the documents for all India, have a look at this separately. Affidavit or claimant or sponsor with his full name, occupation, etc. Here, this affidavit, the format is provided, that needs to be provided as per the format. This is an addition. Passport and visa of the sponsor. There is one additional document which is not required under All India Counselling, which is driving license, telephone bill, property tax copy, any one particular identity or certificate which mentions that they are residing in that foreign country. Continuous proof of residence showing continuously 182 days or more they have stayed. Embassy certificate, foreign bank account, passbook, these are required. Some of these are not required, like you can see, some of these are not required for the All India Counselling. So you'll have to get, in addition to those, you will have to get these references, these documents ready for the Maharashtra State Counselling. Candidate proof, candidate's details is supposed to be there, and a family chart is need to be produced. And otherwise the candidate's PAN card and other passport and other details which you will have. You can have a look at this. In case you have any queries, you can always call us back. These are the basic documents that are required. One major difference between Maharashtra and other states or All India Counselling is that once you apply as NRI, I am looking for NRI seats. I have a good option in NRI quota. Once you apply as NRI, you will not be eligible for management quota seats. You will not be eligible for open seats. Open seats are the rest of the seats which have states, state government institutes and private institutes under the government quota. So both government quota and management quota, these seats are out for you if you apply as NRI. You might be eligible for management and open seats otherwise. Your decision, in case you are eligible for management and open and you also have an NRI sponsor or you are an NRI, your decision to apply either under this, skip this, or apply under NRI and skip this. So you will only have any one of those. Now, reservation in PG medical, this is the reservation, the new reservation that is included is SCBC 10%, we know that. This is the actual reservation in Maharashtra as of now. For government institutes, there is a reservation. In private institutions, reservation is applicable only in 25% of the total seats. Basically, which means private institutes contribute 50% to state quota. For that, this reservation is applicable. The remaining 50%, half of it only, this reservation is applicable. The rest of it is not applicable. Very important. Maharashtra domicile candidates alone can avail reservation. Lot of queries to us on, I did my MBBS from Maharashtra. I am from Karnataka. What category will I fall under in Maharashtra? Can I claim my OBC 2A status here? Absolutely not possible. Maharashtra will provide reservation only for Maharashtra domicile candidates. This is the rule across. Only under All India quota, there is a central reservation. You can take Maharashtra seats through OBC, SC, ST under All India quota. You go to Maharashtra and attend the state counselling of Maharashtra or any state. It is only the state candidates who will be able to get reservation because the certificates have to be from the state. You should be a domicile of the state. So very clear, this is only for Maharashtra domicile candidates. 5% horizontal reservation for PWD candidates obtained from the disability center. So you don't need to take another certificate. You would go for MCC Counselling's disability centers, that certificate is sufficient. 1% of seats are reserved for orphan category candidates. If you belong to this category, get a certificate and then you will be able to get a seat under the orphan category. We already discussed the reservation. 30% incentives are maximum 30% incentives are for those candidates who have worked in remote or difficult areas. This is only applicable for in-service seats. So basically for those seats, within them they will compete with the 30%, 20%. When they come to the Open seats, they will be as per their rank. 15,000 is their rank. As per their rank only they will compete. They will not have incentives within the open merit list. There will be a separate in-service merit list. Within that they compete. NRI seats, 15%. We said NRI quota are not eligible. Those who apply as NRI quota are not eligible for other seats. Minority quota, it is available for minority community students within the state. So we said we will come back. This is within the state. Only those who are domicile of Maharashtra are eligible for it. Candidates from other states are not eligible. A correction on that. Candidates from other states are not eligible. IMSR Jalna, Muslim minority, is the only Muslim minority institution. Now see, this is the website. We'll look at how you apply for Maharashtra State Counseling. We have been running a demo. Last year's demo is available on YouTube. You can also look at last year's demo. Apply online first through the links provided. CET cell, it is a simple application form. Maharashtra doesn't complicate things. It is a simple application form. Apply online, fill all the entries, accept the declaration and submit the form. Payment of registration fee is required. The first part will be simple registration. Then get a printout of the application form and upload all the scan copies. All the scan copies of your documents need to be uploaded and they will verify all these documents. Earlier it used to be actually candidates going on to a nodal center, etc. They have done away, they've removed that process. Now uploading of scan copies is required. That is the only thing that is required. Get all your scan copies, whatever documents we are going to tell you, get everything in color as a scanned PDF. We have always been maintaining that. Every document that you have, scan it as a PDF and send it to your drive or email. Do that and then it should be in color too for Maharashtra. List of applicants is published. The merit list is published and preference filling starts. So basically this is the process. When will this start? We expect this to start by September end only, maybe a little early. Kerala's prospectus has been out. There have been a lot of queries. Doesn't mean when the prospectus is out or some notification is out, there is an indication, but we will look at when it will be intimated. The time when All India Counseling is intimated or an NMC schedule is published, from that time it will take at least 10 to 15 days. We will get to know that as well. For in-service candidates, application is to be forwarded through the right channel, basically from your respective establishment, which establishment you belong to, they will forward it, your appointing authority basically, and you get in touch with their respective establishments, appointing authorities. No fresh application form is in round 2. This is very, very critical. There is no fresh application form in round 2. So this would mean that, we're okay, right? We can go. Okay, so there is no fresh application form in round 2. If you miss out round 1, then applications will be provided only in round 3. This is possibly after cutoff reduction. You can apply even if you were eligible earlier, but round 2 you can't go back. We always say, even if there is a minor chance of seats in Maharashtra, go ahead and apply in round 1. The registration fee is 3,000. The security deposit, even if you are not allotted, will be given back. So don't miss this opportunity and see somebody who taking a seat in round 1 or round 2 who are below your rank and then you missing that seat. Decide well ahead on what seats that you want or that you want, and even if there is a minor chance of getting that seat, go ahead and apply. Now we look at the certificates required as far as Maharashtra is concerned. This is a long list. This is your master list. There might not be anything else. In case there is an addition, the prospectus will have it for 2024. All of this we are basing on 2023, and we have also looked at 2024's MDS prospectus. So that is available now. So that you can have a look at. Now, what we need to do, what are the certificates and documents required? So I think this isn't working. The online downloaded application form is required. This you have to get it filled at the time of, get it done at the time of application form filling. You have to get it. Admit card and scorecard. Now you have your admit card PDF, scorecard PDF, save it. This will be useful at a later point in time. A lot of candidates miss this out too. Save it as PDF, send it to your email. Even not saving it, send it to your email so that, or drive, so that it is available. Photo ID, any one of these. Nationality certificate as passport, mentioning nationality as Indian. This is something specific, but what we need to do is see, what we need to look at is, most of this is required in terms of the state counseling only. This is not required for All India Counseling joinees, those who join Maharashtra. This is only required for the state counseling. MBBS degree certificate, the CRRI or the internship completion certificate, provisional registration certificate from any state medical council. To participate in Maharashtra, you don't need to go register in Maharashtra. No state asks that. Your eligibility will also not change whether you are registered in Maharashtra, Karnataka or any other state. Your eligibility is purely MBBS based and domicile plus AAQ, AIMS, Central University based. You can register after you join a seat in Maharashtra. They will give you 2 months later after all admissions are over. They'll give you time. Currently, any state registration is okay. But you should have a provisional or a permanent registration. MCA recognition certificate is required. This is required for the state counseling of Maharashtra. Okay, so MCA recognition certificate from the institute, you have to go get it. Get a certificate from the institute saying that your institute is MBBS, is MCA recognized. As far as Maharashtra is concerned, except for the NRI, we know that it is only inside Maharashtra or the AAQ candidates. Most of it will be recognized. You will be able to get those certificates from that institute. Medical fitness certificate, the format is available. You can get it now itself. You can just go to a medical practitioner, anyone that any one of your colleagues or anyone, and get this certificate done. Copy of receipt of online fee payment, whatever you did here. Caste certificate and caste validity certificate. If you belong to a particular category, both are required. Non-creamy layer certificate. The non-creamy layer certificate should be valid up to 31/3/2025. The validity, this is not the OBC non-creamy layer certificate, which you get for all India counseling, not that. This is a non-creamy layer certificate for candidates from the state. So it is a state certificate. That certificate should say validity up to 31/3/2025 for the 2024-25 batch. EWS certificate, if applicable, April 1, 2024 or later, or the validity should say by ending before that particular year date when you join. PWD candidates disability certificate from the 16 centers, which MCC will notify. Maharashtra domicile, in case you are a Maharashtra domicile, you need to get a letter from the dean or principal mentioning that you have been admitted under AAQ, AIMS or Central University, where from your MBBS institute you have to get a letter saying I was admitted under this particular quota. They will give you a letter. They know the format. Every year someone or the other would be asking them, so they will give you that letter. Orphan certificate, bond release certificate, we already discussed this. This is for the batch where bond was applicable around for that with that 2-year attempt clause. And in-service candidates, as prescribed, you know what certificates usually need to be given. You can connect with your respective department authority, the health services department or the department's authority. Caste certificate and EWS certificate can be provided later. Basically, during the registration, they give this flexibility that some of these certificates might not be available with you at this time. You can provide it at a later point in time. That is a flexibility provided. Getting to CET cell is also not very easy. So get all the certificates. I mean, in case there is an issue with the certificates, calling them and checking that I did not fall, I'm not part of this merit list, I'm unable to see choices, etc. It is pretty difficult, but that possibly you will need to so you need to ensure that all the certificates are ready right from the beginning. When do you need them? All these are to be uploaded as PDF at the time of registration. Registration time, you don't need the originals, but PDFs, colors, copies. At the time of admission, you need originals plus 1 copy. For these, you don't have the originals, obviously, scorecard, application forms, and you have your copy of receipt. Rest of it will be in originals with you, so you need to get them done. So this gives you a pretty fair idea of what the certificates are. We will move to the fee. The round-wise rules we will explain in detail exclusively for the subscribers as part of the portal. You will have these videos. It will be under the premium tag. Now, fee for Maharashtra PG Medical. The fee for Maharashtra PG Medical is 3,000 plus security deposit, 25,000 rupees. This is for registration. You need to pay a security deposit. For government, it is 25,000. For government open category candidates, for other category candidates, candidates who belong to a particular category, it is 12,500. This is similar to All India, where it is 25,000 and 10,000. Government plus private institutes. If you are looking at any private institute or only private institute, it is 1 lakh. Fee structure, 1 lakh security deposit that you need to pay, including the NRI category candidates. Registration fee is not refundable. Security deposit is refundable in certain cases. That is what we said we will discuss in detail. If after allotted after state round 2 and you don't join, you lose your security deposit, obviously. The fee structure is mentioned over here for government institutes. You can have a look at the fee structure. This is a common fee structure, but there are minor differences with respect to certain institutes as far as private courses fee go. It has to be paid directly at the institute, and there is an insurance related DD that needs to be provided as well. You will do your joining at the institute only directly. You will not go to any nodal center. After round 1 allotment, you directly go to the institute, pay the fee through a DD, and then make 1 DD for tuition fee, 1 DD for the rest of the fee. They'll ask for hostel fee and other fee, right? Admission, security deposit, that is separate, and then 1 DD for insurance. That is what you will do. Deduction, let us say you move on from one round on institute, you resign and move on to another, let us say for All India Counselling or another institute, then you will have you will have a minimal deduction of 1500 rupees. Private institutes, after the prescribed date, after round 3, if you are resigning and results in seat lapse, etc., there will be a full fee deduction. No refunds, or private institutes, full fee will be required to be paid. 3-year full fee will be required to be paid, except for in this particular scenario. After the deadline, this was round 3 last year. After round 3, they gave a deadline. If you resign after the round 3, at the time of round 3, they gave a deadline. At that point in time, when you resign, you will have a 20 lakhs penalty, beyond which they will not be able to allot the seat, and the seat lapses. So seat leaving penalty will be applicable for beyond this particular timeline that is given. Wait for that timeline for this year. Private institutes cannot ask for a bank guarantee. Private institutes cannot demand that you will give us you need to give us a bank guarantee for second year or third year fee. The fee for private institutes, approximately, you can have a look at it, pause it and have a look at it. This is an approximate amount. The redefined fee is come up. It is slightly higher in many institutes. In the few institutes which have come up with, in most of them there is a slight higher percentage increase. We will we'll publish that. ZyNerd will publish all the fee details after every institute's fee structure is done. And Maharashtra will actually publish one notification, and the private institute's fee will also be published as a notification by the institutes. Once that is done, we will make the change. In ZyNerd, currently it is 2023 data. We will not do it one by one. Today one institute has actually increased the fee. So we will not do it that way. You will not know which one is 2023, which one is 2024. Go with the current fee. There will be if there is an increase, it will be standard across similarly. Once the final fee is published, officially notified by the Maharashtra government and in the fee regulatory committee website, we will pull out everything and then update it one shot for entire set of seats under All India Counselling and the Maharashtra State Counselling once before round 1. That will be your final fee. Stipend, obviously we know that the stipend has increased. The stipend in ZyNerd will be 76,000. It has increased by 10,000. There is an additional 10,000 increment which was promised for them, which has been given from last year, from March, I think. So that increase is also seen here. You will see that that will also be updated before round 1. So that is pretty much from our end. If we have any queries, quickly we can take queries. Just hold on. Chhattisgarh NEET PG counselling, we'll do it. We're trying to do everything by September 10th, at least 2 states at a time. We'll do that. I've done my UG from Karnataka. 15% AAQ is not deemed universities. 15% AAQ is government institutes. See, what is happening in Maharashtra is that 15% AAQ has been clearly mentioned. All India Quota is not deemed universities. If you have done it in Karnataka under deemed universities, just check once with CET cell. The reason why we are asking you to check is because possibly whether applicability is there or not, their rule clearly says this. Deviations have been there that you can check with them. So you will have to check with CET cell and then take a call on that. AAQ is purely government institute, so we go by the rule. Sir, 18.8 Maharashtra domicile, MD medicine. See, you will have to look at the data. Currently, we may not be able to pull out the data. So here we'll see if we have that. How you can look at in ZyNerd, we'll just give you. So you go to Maharashtra State, we're just saying how you can look at the data. Maharashtra, you go to Maharashtra State Counselling. Hope this is visible. So, and filter out on 2023 and check you are from Maharashtra domicile. $11.8K Maharashtra domicile, MD General Medicine. We'll take this 2 minutes. We'll not open category. So this is what you would want to see, my MD General Medicine Maharashtra open category, whether any seat was available above 8,000 is what we can check. Obviously, so these are the closing ranks. You can go through. You will see that certain seats were available under government quota. You filter. You'll still see that the seats that are available under open category 1223, but this is because the fee structure you can see Vedanta last year had a very high fee structure, but otherwise you can see the details over here. Private is a higher fee structure, so you can have a look at. You'll be able to check every information there. Deemed universities, like Dr. Harshad has mentioned, all the deemed university allotments are through All India Counselling. We had mentioned it earlier too. If you're looking at deemed universities of Maharashtra, apply under All India Counselling. Private institutes, whatever you see here, similar ones, those are under the Maharashtra State Counselling. Sir, I joined round 2 seat via Maharashtra Counselling. Can I still take part in All India round 3 or apply for upgradation? Yes, All India, it is possible. We will explain that in the next session, which will be uploaded possibly by tomorrow in the portal, in the ZyNerd. Private deposit is 50k this year according to new notice. I am not sure which one you are referring to as a new notice. It is still 1 lakh for MDS seats. So if there is a new deposit, new change, then we'll have to look at it. It possibly might not make a difference in terms of funds being available. It is lesser if it is lesser. Is there reservation of institutional quota? Yes, there is reservation of institutional quota. Maharashtra calls it management quota, or you can look at the category as MNG over here, MGT over here. So here you look at specific seats which are available at a higher fee structure. If I don't get a seat in second round, yes, the security deposit will be refunded. Last year I did not join allotted seat on round 3. Am I eligible for Maharashtra State Quota? Yes, you are eligible. Round 3 non-joining does not result in debarment. Only in the stray round they had a debarment clause. SABC reservation is applicable. The bond if take, it is applicable, they have implemented in MDS. Is there bond if I take government quota and semi-government? I hope we are addressing the same thing. And if the bond I take government quota. Okay, private institutes do not have a bond. So private institutes do not have a bond. So basically that is a rule, irrespective of which quota it is. 2018 batch bond status, we will have to wait for that. Are you going to make video on counseling process in Maharashtra? Yes, we are doing that. This is the process in Maharashtra. Round-wise rules alone we will be doing separate. This is actually the counseling process in Maharashtra. How it happens and what is the fee structure, everything is over here. Complete process. In case they are looking at something else, 2018 bond status, we'll have to wait for it. How much is the bond penalty in Maharashtra state private colleges? Full 3-year fee is the penalty in Maharashtra state private colleges. Private colleges don't have a bond. Seat leaving penalty or course discontinuation penalty is full 3 years fee, but private colleges do not have a bond. Private institutes management. See, the term management and institutional quota refers to the same over here. Institutional quota is the institutional quota is split into management and NRI seat. 15% under management and 15% under NRI and 15% under the 35% under the management quota. Maximum 15%. We'll just have a look at that part too. So this is the institutional quota where it is split actually. This is management plus NRI. If you don't take a seat in round 2, Dr. Smriti, if you don't take a seat in round 2, you will lose your security deposit, but you are eligible for round 3 by paying fresh security deposit. So you're saying that is caution money. I don't understand the difference. It has been reduced. We can participate in both All India and State Counselling. Yes, you can participate in both All India and State Counselling. That is possible. That is possible. Okay, so that 50k that is mentioned is possibly the caution money that needs to be paid at the institute. That is different. Your security deposit is to the Maharashtra State Counselling Authority to ensure that you fill the right choices. In case you don't fill the, in case you are allotted a seat in round 2 or beyond and don't join or resign after joining, that security deposit will be forfeited. Round 2 allotted seat, you can resign and take part in All India round 3. If we got a seat in the AAQ round 2, didn't take it, then we will be debarred from state counselling too. No, you are not debarred. Done my UG counselling, 2018 bond status. Again, sorry, you've already you've responded multiple times. We are not sure about that as of now. As we understand from the bond, correct us if we are wrong. The bond says that 1 year service or 10 lakhs. There is an exit clause is only the 10 lakhs penalty. It does not give a first attempt, etc. But I think Muzaffar sir also mentioned in his video, he had mentioned that there is some information that there is some representation from candidates that they be allowed to participate. So we are also following. We'll just get you the right information in case something positive comes for 2018 candidates. Skip a round in any of the counselling. Yeah, you can skip a round in All India counselling and also in Maharashtra counselling, but we wouldn't suggest you to do that at all. So we can go ahead. Okay. Do we need a separate domicile certificate? If we have done all our education including MBBS from Maharashtra, a separate domicile certificate might not be required. What you would need is your caste and caste validity certificate if you are claiming reservation. 2017 bond status, let the internship dates come in, we will get to know. Beyond last year it was I think 39 2021, 39 2022 would be the possible date, beyond which if you have completed internship it will be considered as 2 attempts, I guess. We'll have to wait. If it is beyond that, then it is not a problem. Before that, if you have completed, maybe it is a problem. It depends upon the exact date of the examination, etc. So we'll just wait for that. At the time of choice filling, are we supposed to choose whether? Yes, you will choose. Go through the last year's prospectus. It is available under the resources section in ZyNerd. You will have to choose whether you want state quota, which ends with S. There will be a code for that. It will end with S. Then you will have to choose whether you want institutional quota ending with I. Then NRI quota ending with N. Those three are separate choices. You will have to put one choice after the other or in sequence, all state quota seats, then I will look at all institutional quota seats. So that you will have to put in sequence. Ideally, all for a particular institute at least, one institute, state quota will be first, institutional quota will be less, and next and NRI quota will be next. But the problem is here, obviously, if you are eligible for NRI, you are not eligible for SNI. So they have missed it in the prospectus, but they mentioned that you have to put it in that order. But if you are eligible for NRI, you become an NRI's candidate, you are not eligible for INS. Any chance of 0 percentile? We are not sure, sir. So this is something that you will not get an answer to from anyone, sir. Very sincerely saying, this is a random decision taken by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on NMC after representation after round 2 by associations. Usually that is a process they follow. They know that they will connect, associations will connect, candidates will represent, and then they start the process. It's a laid back process. No decision is taken without representation. At that time, they decide. We have put up the complete last 3 years trends too. Except for last year 0, the trend, there are no trends at all. They randomly decide. There is nothing based on the number of seats allotted. We have tried to do that. So you will have to wait for the round 2 to be over, usual timeline, or keep looking at notifications right from the start of round 2. Usually it happens before round 3. Call consultancy in ZyNerd. You can just call us on the number. We had some issues in terms of the first few days, but we are open now. Call us during the lean timings. In case you have a waiting time, just call us an hour later. We will definitely be picking up, or we will call you back definitely for sure. The number is available on the contact us page. Can we change the security fee like if I apply? Yeah. So this is a good question, Dr. Sahil Gupta. You can apply in the first round as government, and Maharashtra gives you an option during logging in the second time to apply as private by paying the differential 75,000 fee. But we wouldn't suggest that. Somebody lower to you, if they pick up a seat in round 1, then you have an issue. But for some other reasons, strategic reasons too, if you are willing to start from round 2, that is fine, but think through before you do that. It is possible. So, till last year, every time during round 2, for all those candidates who have paid 25k or 12.5k only for government seats, it's asked whether you want to add on another 75k or 87.5k and move on to private institute seats. Seat, how do you hold a seat and then upgrade? You will go join the institution. After allotment, every counselling follows this process except for one deviation in terms of Karnataka. So you will go join the the institution after allotment. You will take your originals, go there, pay the fee, submit your originals, and then you have an option to take a status retention. You fill up a status retention form. It is called SRF. Once you fill the status retention form, it means you are not interested in the next counseling, so you are out of the next round. If you don't fill a status retention form, just don't do anything. Go join and come back. Don't need to say anything that I am going for upgradation for the next round, etc. You're automatically eligible for the next round. You just fill better choices. Let us say you got seat X. You want to go for better seats. Those alone fill in round 2. If you have those seats in round 2, if you get those seats for your rank in round 2, automatically it will be allotted. You will go back to this institute, get your originals, and then come back and join the next institution. 2024 seat matrix. Seat matrix is not there. Seat matrix, if you ask, a seat matrix is what we usually mention as a seat matrix is this: a complete list which says this institute, this course, how many seats are there under open category, NT1, VJ, SEBC this year. SEBC is from this year. Somebody had asked that. SEBC is from this year. Last year it was not there. So all these categories, how many seats are there in Maharashtra State Counseling under management if it is a private institute? That is what is the seat matrix. The increase in seats, NMC has not published it yet. We are trying to gather that information, but I don't think we will be able to get it from LOPs given that there are around 400-500 applications. But we are trying to get that. If NMC publishes overall seats, we will get you. If NMC does that, even if they publish it in their entire list, we will pull out what is the difference on a daily basis and keep updating in the portal. But if they don't publish, we have no other go to wait till the actual seat matrix which is published, this seat matrix which is published a day or two before the counseling choice filling starts. After the registration only this will be published, so you will not be able to base your registration on the seat matrix. This is the seat matrix, therefore I will register. If they do it this year, then it is good, but otherwise you will not be able to do that. After joining seat, you get your seat matrix, your security deposit back. To 2020 counseling data will not be useful, sir. The seats were around 25-30% less. There was no OBC reservation in All India quota. All seats were surrendered to states after All India round 2. That will be a completely different trend. Whether it is reservation based or not, that is the entire rules were different in 2020. Possibly after 2022 is what we are moving towards some standardization. Even there in 2022, round 2 to round 3 was not possible. That itself is a major difference in terms of upgradation whether you go to round 2. Look at 2023. For SEBC reservation, there is a 10% additional impact. That impact you have to accommodate during round 1 or before round 1. That automatically the trends will flow and the shifts will be visible during round 1. Because round 1, all you are going to do is, irrespective of what happens, you just fill choices. Your decisions will happen only after round 1, right? You don't need to decide. You just need to fill your preference orders. So just wait for that, sir. We know that there is a curiosity factor, but please wait for that is what we would say. Round 1 is pre-exit. Will cutoff go higher? There will be an impact, yes, but too much of an impact we don't know, but yes, definitely there will be an impact. If we take seat in round 2 and opt for upgradation, we don't have to pay this. No, it is not required. See, Maharashtra is almost similar to All India. One of the most sensible counseling authorities in terms of rules and regulations. There might have been other issues in terms of running the institutional quota, which was cancelled for MBBS last year. There was issues, but rules, they align with the timelines of All India, and also they align with the rules. So it is almost similar to All India, you can take with minor difference. Okay, so we will close it here. Thanks a lot for being with us now. We will be running another session on Tamil Nadu in another half an hour's time maybe. We'll also have the rules and regulations of Maharashtra put up in the portal. Ground wise, what were the rules of Maharashtra of previous year, that we will put up in the portal as well. Thanks a lot for watching. We will come up with other sessions over the next week. Every day possibly we will try to do 1 or 2, max 2, at least 1 or maximum 2 sessions we will come up with. Over this week, possibly we will try to close as many as possible. Thanks a lot for watching. You can also give us feedback on the portal too in case there is any issue with the data, there is something that you need to get updated, any suggestions is welcome. Thank you for watching.